Whispers are growing louder out of Philadelphia, and it seems like the Eagles may have pulled off one of the most underrated moves of the entire offseason. While fans and analysts alike have been obsessing over blockbuster trades, high-profile free agent signings, and rookie sensations, the Eagles went ahead and secured a deal that could fly completely under the radar until it explodes on the field. Word on the street is that Tyler Boyd, the reliable and often overlooked wide receiver, who spent the last several seasons with the Cincinnati Bengals, is heading to Philly. This might not be the kind of move that lights up Twitter instantly, but for those paying attention, this could be the quiet masterstroke that ties the Eagles' offense together. Boyd isn't the kind of receiver who needs 150 targets to be effective. He's a technician in the slot, a route-running wizard, and someone who's been making tough catches look easy since his days at Pitt. With Philly already boasting firepower in A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, the addition of Boyd could give Jalen Hurts the most complete receiving corps in the NFC, if not the entire league. Let's break it all down and explore why this signing could be a hidden gem. To understand the significance of this move, we need to go back and look at the Eagles' offensive identity over the past few seasons. Nick Sirianni's squad has leaned heavily on a punishing run game, a dual-threat quarterback, and just enough elite-level receiving talent to stretch the field when needed. But there was always something missing. The Eagles lacked that steady underneath presence, the guy who could bail out the quarterback on 3rd and 5, find soft spots in the zone, and provide consistent production from the slot. Enter Tyler Boyd. What makes this so intriguing is that Boyd was rarely the top guy in Cincinnati. Between A.J. Green in his early years and then the dynamic duo of Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins, Boyd became the dependable third option, and he thrived in that role. Philly saw that. They saw a guy who doesn't demand the spotlight, who quietly racks up 600 to 800 yards a year, and who understands spacing, timing, and leverage like a veteran chess master. If the Eagles really have locked this down, they're not just adding depth, they're adding dimension. The timing of this move also feels incredibly strategic, with training camps just heating up and teams looking to solidify their rosters. Heading into the preseason, the Eagles might have decided to pounce, while the rest of the league was distracted. Let's face it, everyone's been talking about Stefon Diggs in Houston, Calvin Ridley in Tennessee, and of course the rookies like Malik Nabers and Marvin Harrison Jr. But no one saw Tyler Boyd to Philly coming. That's part of what makes this so exciting. Philly's front office, led by the ever-aggressive Howie Roseman, has a reputation for boldness, but also for cleverness. This doesn't scream headline, it whispers impact. A move like this doesn't break the salary cap, it doesn't bring media frenzy, but it potentially fixes one of the offense's quietest flaws. With Boyd in the fold, the Eagles can now rotate their receivers in a way that keeps defenses guessing. You want to stack the box to stop Hurts and Swift? Fine, Boyd will slice you apart on quick slants. Try to bracket A.J. Brown? Good luck with Smith and Boyd running crossers underneath. There's also the question of chemistry, and this is where the fit becomes even more interesting. Boyd is known around the league as a professional's professional. He's not loud, he's not flashy, but he shows up, practices hard, and does the little things that coaches love. In a locker room already filled with strong personalities and leaders, adding someone like Boyd could actually bring balance. And let's not forget, this isn't just about football IQ, this is about mindset. Boyd knows what it means to be the third option. He's done it for years. He doesn't need 10 targets to stay engaged. He thrives in chaos and improvisation in late-game scenarios, where the defense is focused on everyone else, and he's wide open in the middle of the field. Jalen Hurts, with his calm demeanor and clutch gene, could form a natural connection with a guy like Boyd, and that kind of synergy isn't something you can manufacture. It has to come organically, but when it does, it changes the entire rhythm of an offense. Philly may have just added a rhythm piece. If you're a defensive coordinator preparing to face the Eagles, now the headaches just got worse. Before you could game plan for A.J. Brown's deep threat, Devonta Smith's agility, and Dallas Goedert's tight end matchups, now you've got to think about Tyler Boyd running underneath, sitting in the holes between linebackers and safeties, and giving Hurts an automatic outlet when things break down. That changes how you call coverages. That forces you to adjust personnel. Maybe you pull a linebacker off the field and go nickel, opening up more run lanes. Maybe you try to press at the line and risk getting beat on double moves. The point is, Boyd's presence adds pressure, quiet pressure. Pressure you can't always prepare for until it's too late, and that's exactly what Philly wants. They're not just building a team, they're building a puzzle every piece needs to fit a specific role, and Boyd might just be the final edge that completes the picture. It's subtle, it's tactical, and it's classic Howie Roseman. Let's also not ignore the value this brings in terms of injury insurance. The NFL is brutal, and even the most well-oiled offensive machines can come to a screeching halt if just one key player goes down. Look at what happened to the Bengals last year when T. Higgins missed time, or to the Chargers when Keenan Allen couldn't stay healthy. Philly knows this. They've been through the ringer. And adding a guy like Boyd doesn't just boost your WR3 spot. It gives you a WR2-level talent who can step up immediately if needed. He's not a project. He's not raw. He's ready. That kind of stability can't be overstated. It allows you to be flexible with your play calling. It gives you peace of mind. And in a season where every game matters, every possession counts, that kind of consistency can be the difference between a wild card berth and a first-round bye. Tyler Boyd isn't just a luxury. He might become a necessity, and Philly knows it. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your sub or it helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Digging deeper, you start to wonder, why was Boyd even available this late in the offseason? Some might say his production dipped, or that he was simply the odd man out in a crowded Cincinnati receiver room. But let's not get it twisted. Boyd still had over 600 receiving yards last year, often with limited snaps and inconsistent quarterback play due to injuries. He's not washed. He's not slowing down. He's just been overshadowed, and that's why Philly's move could be brilliant. They're not betting on potential. They're betting on proven results. They're getting a guy who knows how to win, who's been in playoff wars, who's played in AFC championships. That experience matters, especially in the NFC, where matchups with teams like San Francisco and Dallas will be decided by the smallest details. And Boyd, he's a details guy. He runs crisp routes. He understands timing. He doesn't drop the ball in clutch moments. For the Eagles, who are chasing that elusive second Super Bowl in the Hurts era, every inch counts. Boyd might just help them gain a few more. There's also something to be said about culture fit. The Eagles have worked hard to build a winning, non-nonsense, high accountability culture under Nick Sirianni. That's not easy in today's NFL, where egos and social media can sometimes derail a locker room faster than a losing streak. Boyd, by all accounts, is a guy who keeps his head down and works. He's respected in the league. Coaches love him. Teammates trust him. And when you're trying to integrate a new piece into an already functioning system, that kind of reputation can smooth out all the wrinkles. You don't have to worry about drama. You don't have to worry about effort. You just plug him in and let him go to work. That's a rare thing, especially at the wide receiver position, where diva narratives can often overshadow talent. Boyd isn't about that. He's about football, and that makes him perfect for Philly, a city that values grit, toughness, and results above all else. Let's also think about the long-term implications. This move isn't just about 2025. It could be a bridge to the future. What if the Eagles aren't just looking to win now, but also quietly preparing for a transition at the receiver position? Maybe they're hedging in case Devonta Smith gets a massive contract offer down the line. Maybe they're keeping their options open in case injuries shake things up. Having Boyd under contract gives them flexibility. It gives them options. And in a salary cap league, options are gold. You can move pieces around. You can develop younger talent without rushing them. You can play matchups week to week. This signing might not make sense to everyone today, but a year from now, it could be seen as genius foresight. Howie Roseman doesn't just build for September. He builds for January. And Boyd could be the kind of player who makes the biggest plays when the lights are brightest. In the end, this move might come and go without much national attention. The headlines will stay focused on superstar trades, quarterback controversies, and fantasy football hype. But in the film rooms, in the locker rooms, and inside NFL buildings, people are watching. They know what this means. They see the strategy. Tyler Boyd to Philly might not be the loudest move, but it could be one of the smartest.